Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of Mechanized Bestiary, where I will talk about the role, strength, and weakness of each NPC in Lancer tabletop game for both game master and player to utilize or counter them. So, let's get started with the next 5 NPC already. Barricade is a NPC that basically goes, hey, trench warfare is a good idea, and then makes it work somehow. Barricade loves to put all forms of barricades everywhere. Wall, terrain, mines, drone, and even outright hacking you. Barricade basically hates anyone that remotely likes the very concept of moving. How do you deal with Barricade? For starter, make your mech capable of flying, jump good, or ignore difficult terrain, as that will render you immune to most of Barricade's barricade. You could also use system or weapon that can break them down, so you can just walk right through them. If everything fails, shoot it. Barricade is not very tough, but the sheer amount of hard cover it made might make it a bit difficult, and it's rather well protected against plain bullets. To Game Master, Barricade is an excellent way of providing other NPC with hard cover, or blocking a path to the objective, forcing them to either go around it, or figure out ways to break through it. It's kinda a neat way to make them feel smart when they get it. Where Barricade makes a bunch of wall, Bastion is the wall. Bastion likes to protect its allies with its towering shield and massive bulk. Its damage potential is absolutely dismal, but when it comes to shielding a single ally from any damage, Bastion is second to none. While Bastion has amazing defensive capability, it's nearly harmless, just don't stand too close and you will be fine. So the question here isn't how to deal with Bastion, the question here is how do you deal with its baby effectively. Simple, use all methods available to you to move, knock back, or, wait for it, grapple, or just flank them. To Game Master, Bastion serves as an excellent bodyguard for any NPC, preventing them from being harmed. The problem is that they can do this to a single NPC only. So keep this in mind for your NPC composition, maybe this could serve as another puzzle piece in a fight. Third in this episode, Berserker. Berserker loves to rip and tear anyone that got too close to it, and if they aren't close enough, it can just charge straight to them, or pull them closer. Attacking them might just piss them off. In fact, don't even attack them until you knock the wind out of them. However, there's one problem. They love to rip and tear so much, they don't care who they are doing it to, even against their allies. To deal with them, use invade, a lot of invade, or any other status inflicting methods. It will make them dramatically weaker for conventional attack. But to go full big brain mode, you should find ways to glue their ally to them and make them attack them for more damage instead. To Game Master, you are probably hesitating on using Berserker already after what I said. Don't be, because Berserker can still deal a massive amount of damage, and remains a terrifying opponent that cannot be dealt with brute force. In fact, even if the players know how to deal with it, as soon as their luck fails them, Berserker is still going to punish them heavily. Next up, Bombard. Bombard is basically just an artillery on legs. It can shoot over cover, it can make big boom, it's strong against distant attacks, and it's also really slow. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, it can switch to its alternative munition to shake the very ground itself, or worse. To simply put, you do not want to get hit by Bombard, because it has tricks up its shells. The solution is simple, just get right in its face and cut it up. The problem is getting through everything between you and Bombard, because Bombard likes to stay at the back of the formation due to its ridiculous range. But you can quickly turn those problems into solutions, because friendly fire is on for Bombard. So get close to any enemies, and Bombard might hesitate to fire upon you. To Game Master, Bombard is a nice long-range support piece that can punish any tightly grouped players, forcing them to spread out. However, when the player starts getting close, its effectiveness drops because it might hit its allies. Unless of course, you don't care. Keep this in mind anyway. Lastly, there's Breacher, which is, definitely not Reaper, definitely not. Breacher is the guy that wants to break into a house and kill everyone inside. With their twin shotguns, they can do a lot of damage, when they hit. They might look like they have trouble getting close to their target, but they are actually deceptively slow with the systems they have. And cover, Obstacle. They are not a concept understood by Breacher, who, well, breach through them with ease. Solution, don't get close to them, keep them at bay with whatever you have and Breacher is not going to be able to hurt you at all. To Game Master, Breacher is a devastating short-range striker that kinda requires some helps. Have a support unit lock on a player before engaging, or have someone protecting them until they get in range. Either way, once the Breacher gets there, the players will feel it. And that's it for this episode. With everything done, I shall see you all, next time.